Good morning, HighPointe Services. Today is Friday, June 13th, 2025. Don't let Friday the 13th scare you. It's going to be a wonderful day. Let's get ready for learning. Put yourself in a comfortable position. Open your minds and bodies and follow the video.
Hi, it's Eve here. Welcome to this short guided exercise designed to give you a moment to yourself, because you and your well-being matters. And it can be really hard to make time for ourselves. There are always so many competing priorities, and that is especially true if we're taking care of others, whether that's as a parent, or caring for an elderly or sick family member. Or perhaps you just need to step back from work, or to take a break from your studies. It is all too easy to get lost in all the obligations that we have. So my intention with this exercise is to help cultivate some space that is just for you. Your self-care time is just as important as everyone else's. And if you are taking time to nurture yourself, it means that you can then show up for those around you in a more meaningful and compassionate way. Okay, let's take a moment to get settled, whether you're sitting down or lying down, knowing that this time is for you. So allowing your shoulders to soften, the hands to just rest in your lap or down by your sides. Closing the eyes if that feels right for you, or adopting a soft downward gaze. And taking a couple of nice big deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose and then out through the mouth. And with each inhalation, that sense of breathing in space for yourself. And with each exhalation, that sense of letting go of whatever is not serving you. And allowing your breathing to return to its natural rate and rhythm in and out of the nose. Connecting in with the physical points of contact, the body pressing down into the seat, and perhaps offering the following kind phrase to yourself. And you can adapt it however you like. You deserve this time. You matter, and so does your well-being. It is as if you are talking to a friend, being kind and gentle. So just taking a moment with that now. So guiding your attention to rest with the breath, just tracking the sensation of breathing, and knowing that the mind will wander off, perhaps get caught up in the long to-do list, responsibilities. It's okay, we can meet it with kindness, even saying, thank you, but not right now, and coming back to the breath. So noticing when the mind wanders, thank you, but not right now, and gently coming back to the breath. So coming back to the physical points of contact, the body in the seat, that sense of being held and supported. Perhaps noticing sounds around you, opening the eyes if you had them closed, and noticing how it feels to have given yourself 5 minutes. 5 minutes just for you, to pause and to nurture the mind and body. And I invite you to take with you your kind phrase, perhaps putting it on a post-it note or somewhere you can see it, to remind yourself that your well-being matters. Time for you is really important. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you back here soon.
Thank you all for taking that moment to get yourselves together and ready for the day. Let's find out what the rest of our morning meeting is going to bring us.
Hi.
It's time to shake a hand and say hello. Find a friend, greet them, tell them how happy you are to see them today, and ask them how they are. Then find another friend and do the same thing until the time runs out. All right, thank you. Please make your way back to your seats. Today is Today is not National Wear Blue Day, but we are going to talk about National Wear Blue Day today because Wednesday is National Wear Blue Day, and it's an important day. Wear Blue Day is essential to celebrate every year on the third Friday of Men's Health Month. The month and the special day were created by the Men's Health Network, a nonprofit organization that is focused on educating people regarding the numerous health issues men suffer. The motive of the organization is to change the male perception regarding health checkups and screening by launching several educational campaigns during June. The Men's Health Network was founded in 1992 by a few men who were adamant about making a difference by improving the quality of life of the male population. The founders include male activists, therapists, and writers who wanted to enrich men's health and wellness. While the entire month of June emphasizes creating awareness, Wear Blue Day particularly spreads the required message using a single color. Since the day is so easy to commemorate, several corporations, workplaces, schools, and business owners grab the opportunity to highlight men's health issues by wearing something blue. The color represents the ailments that largely affect men, including testicular cancer, stroke, lung cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, prostate cancer, and several other illnesses that decrease the lifespan of the male population. During this day, the hashtag #ShowUsYourBlue trends on social media platforms, bringing to light the efforts thousands of Americans are making to bring a positive change in society. Want to take part in Wear Blue Day this year? All you have to do is pick out your favorite blue outfit. So on Wednesday, I'm going to encourage you to wear your blue on Wednesday, June 18th, so we can take pictures to hashtag #ShowUsYourBlue and support all the men in our lives with better health and longer lives. Men typically avoid health checkups and are mostly unaware of the ailments that may take their lives a few years down the line. However, on Wear Blue Day, we aim to decrease the number of diseases in men by promoting regular checkups and highlighting the health issues men may be facing. Here are some important facts you need to know about men's health. The leading cause of death in men is most likely heart disease, according to the Centers for Disease Control. 80% of spinal cord injuries occur in young men. Loss of hearing is 5 times more likely in the lives of men. Men under 50 are more likely to experience hypertension than women, and men are 67% more likely to die due to cancers that affect both genders. On average, men live about 5 years less than women. 1 in 2 men will develop cancer. Men have a higher death rate for most leading causes of death, including cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and suicide. Approximately 30,000 men in the U.S. die each year from prostate cancer. Men make half as many physician visits for prevention as women, and men are more likely to be uninsured than women. It's important for us to support the men in our lives, so on Wednesday, wear blue. Our weather forecast today and for the weekend, hot and sunny. Get ready for that summer weather, but make sure that you are protecting yourself. Wear sunscreen and take breaks inside and drink plenty of water. The highs today in the high 80s and this weekend in the low 90s. To finish up our cloud learning this week, we're going to talk first today about cirrocumulus clouds. Cirrocumulus clouds are small white patches of clouds that are often arranged in rows that live at high altitudes and are made of ice crystals. They are called cloudlets. The individual cloud mounds of cirrocumulus are much smaller than that of altocumulus and stratocumulus and often look like grains. You'll see cirrocumulus clouds rarely, and they are relatively short-lived, but you do see them in winter or when it's cold but fair. Cirrostratus clouds are transparent, but whitish clouds that veil or cover nearly the entire sky. A dead giveaway to distinguish cirrostratus clouds is to look for a halo, a ring of circle of light around the sun or the moon. The halo is formed by the refraction of the light on the ice crystals in the clouds, similar to how sundogs form, but in an entire circle rather than just on either side of the sun. You'll see cirrostratus clouds that indicate a large amount of moisture is present in the upper atmosphere. They're also generally associated with approaching warm fronts. Cumulonimbus clouds are one of the few clouds that span the low, middle, and high layers. They resemble the cumulus clouds from which they grow, except they rise into towers with bulging upper portions that look like cauliflower. Cumulonimbus cloud tops are usually always flattened in the shape of an anvil or plume. Their bottoms are often hazy and dark. You'll see cumulonimbus clouds that are thunderstorm clouds. So if you see one, be sure there's a nearby threat of severe weather, such as short but heavy periods of rainfall, hail, and possibly even tornadoes. A slew of other cloud types are indicative of severe weather approaching. Be on the lookout for anvil clouds with flat tops, shelf clouds that look like a shelf, and those ever dangerous funnel clouds. These and other cloud types almost guarantee a storm is looming. Our word of the day today goes with our wear blue idea. Our word of the day is prevention. Prevention means the act of stopping something from happening or from stopping someone from doing something. So some examples are, as far as health is concerned, it is often said that prevention is better than cure. His research in the field of disease prevention produced unexpected results. Accident prevention must be viewed as a priority. Health education in the local population is crucial to the prevention of killer diseases. The word of the day, prevention. Can you use that in a sentence? Our joke of the day today, what do bunnies like to do at the mall? Bunnies at the mall? Well, they shop till they hop. Our picture of the day, creativity is the key to unlocking your true potential. How will you be creative today and this weekend? Today in history.
This day in history, June 13th. On this day in 1966, the Supreme Court case Miranda v. Arizona was decided. The case Miranda v. Arizona was a landmark decision that says that the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution requires prosecutors to inform a person and make sure they understand their rights before using responses to interrogations as evidence. These rights include the right to consult with an attorney before and during questioning, and the right against self-incrimination before police questioning. On this day in 1967, Thurgood Marshall was nominated by President Lyndon B. Johnson to the Supreme Court of the United States. Thurgood Marshall was later confirmed and became the first African-American Supreme Court justice. When Lyndon B. Johnson nominated Thurgood Marshall, he said the decision was the right thing to do, the right time to do it, the right man, and the right place. On this day in 1983, Pioneer 10 became the first man-made object to leave the central solar system. Pioneer 10 did this when it crossed the orbit of Neptune over 11 years after it was launched. Thanks for watching this. This day in history.
Our quote of the day today is from Satchel Paige. He was a Baseball Hall of Famer and is considered one of the greatest pitchers in history, despite the fact that he only played for teams in the major leagues for about 5 years. Paige actually had a very long career in baseball that started in 1926, but from the mid-1920s to the late 1940s, he was limited to playing for teams in the Negro League due to the strict racial segregation that continued to be imposed in America during the first half of the 20th century. In 1947, Page's former Negro League teammate Jackie Robinson finally broke baseball's color barrier. The following year, at age 42, Page was recruited as a pitcher by the Cleveland Indians. That simultaneously made him both the first Negro pitcher in the American League and the oldest Major League rookie ever. His words today: "Don't look back. Something might be gaining on you." Let's play Would You Rather. Everybody stand up, and here is your question. Would you rather have the ability to communicate with animals, or would you rather be able to read minds? If you would rather have the ability to communicate with animals and you're in Centennial, go to the whiteboards. If you would rather have the ability to communicate with animals and you're in Fort Collins, go to the fireplace. If you would rather be able to read minds in either Fort Collins or Centennial, go to the windows. I'll give you a minute. All right, let's see what you're thinking today. Those of you standing by the whiteboards or the fireplace, why would you rather have the ability to communicate with animals? I'll give you some time and the leader will call on you to answer. Let's hear from those of you by the window. Why would you rather be able to read minds? I'll give you some time and your leader will call on you to answer. Thank you all for participating. You may return to your seats. It's client time. Let's hear from you. What is happening in your life and what are you planning this weekend? I'll give you some time and the leader will call on you. Thank you for your participation. This morning, Enrichment, 8 o'clock arrival, 9:15 transition to SCC and lessons. At 9:30, diversity. At 10 o'clock, morning meeting. At 10:30, book club. And at 11 o'clock, lunch. Engagement, at 8 o'clock arrival. At 9:15, transition to SCC and lessons. 9:30, morning meeting. 10 o'clock, book club. 10:30, diversity. And 11 o'clock, lunch. This afternoon, at 12 o'clock, enrichment and engagement, TAC and choice activities with lunch for returning SCC clients. At 12:55, enrichment, zoos and aquariums, financial skills, part 5. At 1:30, just dance, self-expression choice. And at 2 o'clock, karaoke. For enrichment, at 12:55, just dance, self-expression choice, zoos and aquariums, part financial skills, part 5 at 1:30, and at 2 o'clock for everyone, it is karaoke time. The only change is at this afternoon, instead of zoos and aquariums financial skills part 5 in Fort Collins, you will be working on a coin bank activity. Have a wonderful day and a spectacular weekend.